Hello, I'm a Spanish native who has been learning English for more than 2 years, Japanese for 13 months, and I'm a collegiate athlete. These two hobbies are why I want to introduce discipline to language learning. You know those times you're talking with a friend, you guys start having a deep conversation about whatever, then your friend reveals to you whatever addiction that they could have, a big secret, or maybe a situation that they don't like that much. And for whatever reason you start giving him advice and your thoughts, well, why don't you treat yourself like you would treat a friend and start getting more results in language learning? There can happen a couple of things when you hold yourself to high standards. Either you put too high standards on yourself and you get overwhelmed because you literally can't accomplish them, or you put your standards just slightly above and it's just so easy you end up not doing it. Let's say that for the first example, you put the standard to always do 5 hours of Japanese studying with 2 hours of intensive studying in between those 5 hours. Now you try to maintain it for a week and you were able to do 3 days out of 7. What we should do next in order to increase the amount of days we did these 5 hours is to not bullshit ourselves and be more humble. That's what happens with people in the first example. They think kind of highly of themselves because of the people they surround themselves with. Maybe you have a friend who his father holds to really high standards since he's a child, and you want to compete with him for some reason, but you can't because you literally don't have the life that your friend has, and you haven't been disciplined since you're a child. So maybe you are comparing yourself to someone you really shouldn't. For the second example, honestly, you need to have more ego. This is literally the contrary of the first example. Maybe you always hear people saying that ego is the enemy, but in almost all cases of people not being confident, arrogance and having ego will be your friend. Still, don't start being dumb and put yourself like you're a god because you are not. I want to insert in your brain that for you to be more arrogant and confident, you need to have proof. And how do you create proof? Doing stuff. So if you haven't started already learning Japanese, what the fuck are you waiting on? Literally start right now learning Hiragana Katakana, which are the 2 easy alphabets. I'll even put the link in the description so you can cope and say that you didn't find the link. The same for those people trying to find the perfect Anki deck. The same for you, which now that you have an intermediate level in Japanese, you think you are so good and you're always looking for the perfect immersion content to fit your A+1 theory of learning vocabulary, when literally all you need to do is just to put more immersion in. So I can put the link for an anime, but I recommend this one called Kusuriya no Hitorigoto, which is actually kind of difficult. Not being a people pleaser is probably one of the things that I like the most about myself, and I recommend it because most of the time your opinion when you are not pleasing people prevails about the others, and a rule from the book The 48 Laws of Power says that you should have some influence in other people, because it's actually a healthy thing to have influence in others when you know that the things that you promote are good and healthy. Another thing with not being a people pleaser is that now you have to use so much more time. You are not going to that party you didn't want to go, that event you were invited to, and everyone was just going to talk bullshit about you for whatever reason, and that's why you didn't want to go. That's gone. Now you can focus on literally learning Japanese, learning another skill, starting a YouTube channel, whatever, and this will make you a more interesting person to your future friends who hold themselves to not by any means average standards. How it actually looks to not be a people pleaser. You stop talking to friends who you don't like. You give yourself rules, and if someone invites you to an event and you don't want to go, you explain those rules to that person as an excuse for not going. Third and most important, you literally say, no, I don't want to go in their face. Of course, like, don't say it in a rude way, but what you want to do prevails about what others want about you. That's it for the video. If you like my content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.